Check one. Let's get this party started. That's right. Sending out a notification. Hallowstream live from the Mantry. Only on Twitch. Only on YouTube. But I'm not even talking about that one. Get people to go. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are here with Claynferno, live from the Mantry. I'm streaming, and I hope you can hear me if you are out there. How are you? Happy Sunday. It's been a minute since I've been on live. So here I am in the Mantry, and I've got a one camera setup. My beautiful Logitech 4K. And I'm happy to be with you here today. What's happening, everybody? What is going on? Hallowstream. At Twitch, posting the old Facebook event. It's good to be with you. Tonight is Halloween. I'm wearing my Misfits official Halloween shirt, which is something that I got when we went to see the Misfits in 2019. It was the end of 2019. We went down, Rachel and Stacy and I went and saw Dropkick Murphys open for the Misfits, and I celebrated with this special t-shirt. That was obviously before the lockdown, and boy howdy have things changed since then. But we have a trick-or-treat Halloween this year. People are going out and doing their thing, costume parties. If I go over to the links, I can show you all my gram. Britt had a party across the street the other day, and boom, here we go. What do you think of this? Riddler from Batman Forever. And I gotta say, in order to really get into the part, I went and watched a little bit of it. A lot of it, actually. But I was drawing, and I had seen the movie before, obviously. And I wanted to, kind of place it in the Grant Morrison, even Tom King. It's a very campy movie. I think it's actually very good. It's a very good Batman story. Now, Jim Carrey and Tommy Lee Jones are totally over the top, and don't so much mind it. I do like the props and that they threw back almost directly to the 66 campiness, which is a part of Batman that I enjoy. I enjoy all of the Batman. You know, the Native Americans enjoy all of the Batman. They don't let any go to waste. Um, let's take a look at that a little bit.
The bat's stubborn refusal to expire is driving us insane!
Don't worry, baby. You'll kill him soon. Besides,
This is
I made your
ridiculous.
favorite tonight.
These two.
Sparkling champagne and yummy poached salmon with little
Just
itty bitty
sidekicks.
quail eggs and a
Oh, I made you a quail egg.
creamy, dreamy
The other one's like, I've
lemon souffle.
barbecued this
No, I made your favorite.
boar and we're gonna eat its
Charred
heart.
heart of black boar, a side of raw donkey meat.
Tommy Lee Jones, man. I mean,
Sterno and
poor
grape
guy's
alcohol
got all his
straight
makeup
up,
on.
baby.
I don't think
Did you
that
spoil us?
you got along.
We're of two minds about
on set.
what to eat first.
There's some funny Norm
I
Macdonald
hope you made extra.
with Jim
Who the
Carrey.
hell are you?
Just a friend.
But I do
But you
like
can call me-
Jim Carrey's Riddler.
The Riddler.
As ridiculous as it is. But that's just because I like Jim Carrey.
Look what you did is more like it. How did you find us here?
But then if I talked, what would keep you from
In all,
swinging,
I
you
enjoyed
segregated
watching
one?
this movie.
By the way,
I think the
that's never gonna
Clooney
heal if
one,
you don't stop picking.
though I enjoyed
Let's
parts
see
of
if
it,
you bleed green.
that one's just
Harvey?
too much.
I don't think it's me you want to
And I
kill.
want to know, I want to watch that film.
Easy for someone as
Movie that's
powerful
on
as you
Amazon.
and you.
I'd like to see why he didn't
Batman.
return and they had to get Clooney. Because that's not something I remember.
Kill the bat! Sounds like a good idea.
This plan to suck people's memories out of them is very much like G.I. Joe,
Wet hands.
Dr.
Post
Mindbender.
homicidal depression.
This is just
Humiliate him
too
first.
much. Oh yeah, I ripped
Expose
this
his
from
face.
some
And then
Russian
when he's
site.
at his weakest,
No.
Crush him!
I see that sparkle in your left eye.
Those look pretty
I can help
awful,
you get Batman.
like up close, you know? But I do like a lot of the stuff they
That is
do.
a few.
Like I like the
Spare
Riddler's
round.
costume,
Just a few more.
and I like when he has the kind of Doc Brown, big gigantic headdress with a blender on top of it, and that very much reminded me of one of my favorite.
I simply love what you've
Batman
done with this
66
place.
villains.
Heavy metal meets house and
I don't know
garden.
why I always draw him. The bookworm, and he's got
It's
this
so
lamp
dark
that comes off of his head.
Disgustingly
And
decadent.
we have a lamp here that's like from the 50s that's
It's so
exactly
bright and chipper
one
and
that you can make an awesome
conservative.
bookworm costume out of, but Stacey would be pretty mad at me if I took it apart.
It's so you, and yet so you.
I just dance around and whatnot.
Very few people are both a summer and a winter, but
I mean, that Riddler suit is
you pull it off nicely.
awesome. And I did this Two-Face a few years ago as well.
Has anybody ever told you you have a serious impulse control problem?
Well, we get the picture there.
This is the point.
Let's get out of that. Get back to this live Twitch experience here. Anyways, what did I want to talk about? Oh, okay. I have a bunch of movie stuff in here to talk about, including No Time to Die. Basically, I have to do a big plug to League Podcast because we just spent since September, I don't know, 20th or so. The League Podcast went through Carousing Through Craig, which was our installment into watching and doing a nearly 2-hour podcast for each of the Daniel Craig Bond movies. And here they are. We've got No Time to Die, Spectre, Skyfall, Quantum of Solace, and Casino Royale. We landed pretty close on most of our ratings for our favorite movies. And then we had a lot to say about No Time to Die. I liked it a little bit more than the other folks, but also I recognized that it really wasn't that great of a movie, but I enjoyed watching the visuals, so that gave me a higher point in that. Anyways, we waited so long for it. Now it's over. We can stop talking about it. We can stop watching Bond movies. I actually tried to watch The Living Daylights the other day, and I'm getting through it. But I'm taking little breaks because we just did so many James Bond episodes. And before that, we did the George Lazenby episode, and then we did the Big Tam, Sean Connery episodes. We love Bond, but you can have too much of a good thing. If you, I like chocolate too, but I can't eat chocolate for every meal. Another fun one is this Mummy episode we did. We went back to the original 1932 Mummy with Boris Karloff and, classic Universal horror stuff. And I don't think anybody thinks of this Mummy at all. I think when people think of the Mummy, they might remember the Tom Cruise one. And they might remember the Brendan Fraser one. That was always a big deal among our friends. I went to the movies to see that for sure. But this one is it's kind of a weird story. And we talk about that in the podcast as well. One last League podcast bump. Gotta give it up. I just finished what is the penultimate episode. So we haven't done the finale yet. We have to record it still. But that's coming your way. I just posted this morning. Episode 8, The Wellness Center and A Farewell, where we say goodbye to a friend. And there is one more episode left. And hopefully Sam can come on the show. That's the goal. Let's talk about, we're going to move on from that. Moving on. Cutting to camera 1. We have to talk about TV Saga 2021. So here I am. I want to introduce you all to the Mantry. Our friend Becky came up with that because behind the camera, spices, Tupperware containers, all sorts of shit like that. Chips, extra ketchup, because I don't like to have ketchup with high fructose corn syrup on it, so I have to buy special ketchup from Amazon because I don't like the Trader Joe's ketchup. I don't like the way it tastes. Anyways, behind me is the pantry, and here is my man cave. This is my first stream from here. First special edition podcast episode. I figured Halloween was a good time. We got Sex Club Frankenstein here. You might remember him if you've ever lived with me. This is a crazy story that I'll tell on stream sometime. But this is classic Halloween apparel for me. What do I got here? I got Sandman comics that I bought at a yard sale. I was moving away. And I kind of haggled them down. I was like, I have cash, so you're moving to Europe? Will you take $70 cash? And they're like, I want $50 for both. I mean, for each volume, so it's like $150. But I said, cash. And also, these things are heavy. The one time I really feel like I haggled and it worked because basically the guy's girlfriend was like, "Dude, I know you love these, but cash and they're heavy. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, this guy actually does want them." And with the all the Sandman TV stuff coming up, and beautiful additions here, so I can get caught up. I'm also reading these in accompaniment with the audiobook. So, ugh. The first 3 volumes, I think there's more volumes. But I got a good start on my collection of the books I want to display. I feel like those are a great one. This is a neat little life hack. And it's for everybody that goes to a comic store in Massachusetts. You cannot have, they don't use plastic bags anymore. So those tick bags that I have are probably worth a lot of money. But you can get a paper bag. But then, you got to put the comics in your bag. So I got this little cardboard box. You can make your own or get one from Amazon, or just get like a file folder, like a plastic one. And this is a little box that Marvel sent me. But what I do is I put my comics in here. And then they don't get messed up. Every week. I just remember to take that with me. We're going to talk about movies in a second. But I got some Snake Eyes stuff to talk about. It's the old Snake Eyes toys. Anyways, this is just kind of a vibe I set up for this show. But usually I'm pointed over there at the monitor doing work. But here's a nice comfortable chair I bought. And we actually do have another spare bedroom in this place that's going to have a streaming setup and maybe games and everything like that. So this is kind of the Mantry is, I love it, but it's not like my permanent home, but I am comfortable in here. And it's nice, I have like plenty of room for my little toys and displays and whatnot. So that's that. Let's go on over. We're going to probably talk about TV Gate 2021. What a fucking bummer, dude. Seriously. Well, let's go back to camera 1. TV Gate, August 26th. We have in this place a gigantic wall in the living room. And of course, the couch faces it. And if you saw my video I did for Mikey G's birthday, you would see we had the TV on the floor because I didn't have a stand for it. And I've been waiting to put a gigantic TV up on that wall. It literally took the tape measure and I measured as far as I could. And then I went to Best Buy with those measurements and said, this looks like a reasonable TV. It's 4K. It's not 8K. It's kind of on sale. It's plenty big. It's going to be as big as I need it. And it's 4K and UHD. And beyond that, I don't think I'd be able to tell the difference because I need glasses anyways to see things far away. So, I'm psyched with my purchase because I feel like I'm getting a good deal. But I'm still we're treating ourselves because we have a new apartment. And, Stacy loves to play video games. I love to watch movies and TV shows. So I just wanted best experience. Like, build the entire furniture, the whole decoration, everything in the house around the TV. The TV is going to be the modern mantle that we can warm our hands by the fire. So a few weeks later, it's actually, maybe 20 days later, I have an appointment and these guys show up and I'm psyched. I see them. They they have the TV on my porch. They bring it up the stairs. And then they get it all the way up the stairs. And they bring it into my living room. And somehow they banged into it like this. Like there's a door, and they banged the screen so it made a line right down the screen. And they had already put up the mount, so they put the TV up there and they turned it on. Just a gigantic crack. And I was like, okay, this sucks, but such is life. You know, not everything's easy. I can go with the flow here. I didn't break it, so this is exactly why I paid them to install it. Okay, so this is Best Buy Geek Squad if you need to know. Why I decided to trust them, I have no idea. But whatever. It's fine. So I rescheduled the thing. Take the day off. We have like a scheduling thing here at the house that's like it complicated by if I need to stay home in the morning on certain days. So I had to do that. I stayed home. This guy calling me in the morning. And then I'm waiting and I'm waiting. And then I call him well after he had already supposed to have been here. And he's like, oh, they don't even have your TV. And also, why are you calling me? I don't have time to talk to you. And he was kind of a dick. So I called Best Buy customer service. They listened to me, and then they reschedule new delivery people. Now, not installation people, that'll come up later. New delivery people. A few days later after that, the new delivery people come. I have to do the same thing with the schedule. It's messing up our schedule all day, but whatever. We just need to get this done. Because I've already paid for the TV. I paid for it in August. Now we're just getting into October. So anyways, these guys show up, and then they're like, they bring the TV up to the third flight of stairs, onto the third floor, I should say. And they leave it in my living room, and then they are about to leave. And so I'm like, well, aren't you gonna hang the TV? They're like, no, we don't do that. We're just the delivery people. At this point, it was a different person anyways. They were super cool. I tipped them. I said, okay, Godspeed. I get it. It's a different person. That's all I was happy about. Because I was like, there's going to be a problem if this guy shows up in my house. Fast forward to the other day when I'm waiting again for the last part. So our TV's been on the ground with the weights in front of it so it won't fall over. The brand new TV is in the box behind our entertainment center, just in a styrofoam and cardboard everywhere. But we're working around it, you know. So we're working around that. Then the guy comes to install it. It's the same guy that broke my TV, and the same guy that was a dick to me on the phone. But you know, what are we doing in this life if we can't have compassion, sympathy, empathy? I just pretended that it wasn't the same guy, and I didn't recognize him either way. Whatever, just put the TV up. These guys did not get a tip. But long story long, because I know it's like a long story and it's totally dumb and totally privileged talking about the gigantic TV. But I feel like I need it for my work, you know, critiquing movies and things like that. So I was trying to think of what are the best movies to watch in 4K. And what was going to be my first sort of excursion into the 4K because I own a lot of movies that iTunes lets me watch as 4K. So that's basically all the Batman movies and Batman vs Superman, a lot of Marvel movies, a lot of X-Men movies, all of the Star Trek movies, and all of the Star Wars movies. And I mean all for both franchises. So I figured I want to watch something that's like pretty new. So I do have the option of watching Ghostbusters or Back to the Future in 4K. But that's not really what I was looking for. I was looking for like the good special effects. And then I remember that scene from X-Men Days of Future Past where there's just like Iceman and Blink and portals and those cool sentinels that were kind of like Terminators. I was like, well, that's a cool scene to watch. And then I watched some Tumblr scenes in The Dark Knight, and I skipped around there a little bit, watched a couple things. I was going to watch Snake Eyes, the movie. I was going to watch that. I have it on what we say is digital whatever. Here's the Blu-ray. This is my actually a test that I'm going to do with the PlayStation. I'm going to put the Blu-ray in. When I'm going to watch Snake Eyes, I can watch it on digital whatever, and I fast forwarded to some parts that were cool. But I want to see what the hard disc looks like for that. It's not like it's a great movie, but whatever. It's my favorite thing, so I would like to watch it on Blu-ray. And I'll do that. And then I was just thinking of what are the other movies I could watch? Like, what's something I could sit and watch that would be a really good 4K experience? And I've saved a couple here. So I already went through Snake Eyes and my situation there. 1917. Man, this is an awesome movie. I love it. Sam Mendes, the director of our Everybody's. I don't know if it was Everybody's, but we ranked Skyfall really high up on the James Bond list. Not so much Spectre, but Sam Mendes, great filmmaker, and this movie is absolutely beautiful. And there's something about World War One movies. I like war movies. World War One movies are special because they don't make a ton of them. But this thing really shows you all the way through the trenches and everything that was exciting about that war, and story kind of a Saving Private Ryan kind of story. There's like some family stuff. That makes you really connect with the mission of what the main guy is doing. 89% on Tomato Meter, 88% audience score. I tell you, this goddamn movie is beautiful. It's so nice to look at, especially in 4K. Hey, I'm sick of this drug commercial. Well, this Keaton movie, although I probably will see it, but I'm just sick of it. Anyways, you get the sense of like sort of the tone of the colors and whatnot, and all the amazing actors and cameos in this movie, and just the shots, just fucking beautiful. I can't describe how much I like this film, and I loved it, and I saw it in the theater. And also, I immediately bought it on digital whatever, and the digital whatever gives me a 4K copy. So this was officially my first movie that I watched in 4K that was like a new thing. And I was going to go Blade Runner 2049 or the original Blade Runner. But again, I don't want to watch a movie remastered 4K version. I want to watch an actual movie. That it's like been made for it, is what I mean to say. Because there's tons of Kubrick movies. I'm gonna love watching Clockwork Orange on there. It's gonna be great. But I even already tried it, the '80s movies like with Spaceballs, and I was like, I don't need to see Spaceballs in 4K. It just doesn't really matter. uh, but anyways, so last night I was looking at the 4K on iTunes, the section itself, and I ran across this Ghost in the Shell with Scarlett Johansson. I swear to God, if this plays the Quip ad, I'm gonna lose it. Oh no, they're just getting right into it. So I like ScarJo. I was a little disappointed in Black Widow, and I do know and will recognize. Stacy said maybe they should have had an Asian actor play here. Sure, yeah, I agree with that. But this movie looks really cool, and I think it was the geisha section of the. There's like the geisha robots in the trailer that really caught me, and I was like, okay, how much is this? So I just bought it last night, and we started watching it, and it's a really really cool movie. And I also went and bought the 25th anniversary animated version as well. And I watched like half of it. And then we watched like half of this. So I'm about halfway through both. Not doing a real compare and contrast, just kind of sitting around drawing for Inktober and watching some movies. And I mean, it's just beautiful. You can imagine this on 4K. It just is sick. It's completely sick. It looks really nice. So I'm glad that I bought that, because that's gonna sort of kind of make up the ScarJo thing for me. Maybe I'll give Black Widow another shot now that I can watch it on Disney. It says everyone can watch it now. What else we got going on? A couple movies I've seen at home, but also at home and on Leak Podcast is The Vampire Council, our What We Do in the Shadows. There's only one more left this season, so season 3. So hopefully we're trying to get Sam to come back on. And there's that. I watched at home this movie, which is Batman The Long Halloween. Happy Halloween, happy Tim Sale, happy Jeff Loeb to you all, as they say. Well, 100% tomato meter, 91% audience score, and that's actually surprising because I agree with the iFanboy Animation Brain Trust's assessment that the first part of this movie was not that great, but the second part really brought it all together. I guess it's just 2 hours each, 2 hours 20 minutes. So yeah, it would be a long animated movie to do like a nearly 3 hour Batman along Halloween. It's funny that this Rotten Tomatoes doesn't have the video, the trailer. Just like the only photos they have, the only ones they could find are Batman and the Batmobile. Anyways, this is on HBO Max, and it's worth your time, I guess I want to say. Another movie I went to the movies to watch was Venom 2. And I saw the first Venom movie on my birthday. When did that come out? 2018, 2017? on my birthday, Stacy and I saw this on on my birthday in New York City. And it's not great. It's not great. It's kind of fun. Same for the sequel. Sequel maybe actually is a little bit cooler of a story, I guess. I don't know. Woody Harrelson really hams it up. It's a dumb movie. I'm not gonna lie. But 7L from Czarface, one half of their rap group, Czarface. Czarface has a song on this, so I immediately bought the song. And you all should too. So just look for Czarface, that's CZARFACE. And comic fans out there at Z2 Comics, there's a Czarface graphic novel. You can get that, and if you're local, you can get it at Newbury Comics. You can see how dumb this movie is, though, right? Like, I don't need to explain it to you. That part of my diet is also potato chips and dumb movies. Should I be eating potato chips? No. Should I be watching dumb movies? I'll watch a Venom movie. Because I like Venom as a character. Why he doesn't have a spider on his chest? No idea. But, spoiler warning. I'm not even going to spoil it, but there's a special post-credit sequence if you're interested in seeing how it ties into the Spider-Man universe and the Marvel universe at large. That's the deal. Dan Egan from, there he is, from Veep. He's in this show. And he was just recently on Curb Your Enthusiasm, which we're also coming back with new episodes of that. So no shortage of podcasting. This is old here, Shure microphone. So I haven't been going live, but what can you do? We've been doing that. So many hours of James Bond. You guys, it was ridiculous. You don't even know how many hours of James Bond we watched, we podcasted through, we live casted some of it. We have to edit it. Then I have to listen to it again. Because I listen to all of our podcasts for audio quality assurance. No, I like to listen to it and give us a download or whatever. But I do like to actually listen to it and see if I missed any jokes. Anywho, Venom, Good and Dumb, Let There Be Carnage, Good and Dumb, Good and Dumb, Good and Dumb. So, yeah. That's about it for me for the updates from the Mantry. I did promise when I first moved in here that I would do a contest. So we're going to do the contest to wrap it up. And I am going to go into this short comic book box. Oh, that's something we could take a look at, actually. I think that I had saved it over here. Let's see. During Amazon? Nope. We're just going to have to Amazon. Pow, pow. Comic book boxes. So, I have some recos in this category because when you move into a new place, you don't realize how much cardboard you're going to go through. And I actually even had to get rid of a bunch of long boxes because it was more efficient and more Tetris worthy to get short boxes. And my long boxes had been beat the shit out of them. From the fire to the storage space to, moved around a lot. They lasted a long time, I would say. But limited space in here. I mean, I'm in the pantry, the mantry. So, and we have a whole room that we're just starting to set up, that guest room. But there's just junk in there, and an entire closet full of long boxes and short boxes. But I have a couple of recos. This one is expensive, but fun and silly one. Um, it's a good box if you want to have a box for like your recent purchases. Like it's a really good one for that. So it's ridiculous. It's like for a little kid or whatever, but I think it's cool. And we're going to look at some of the other things. Little display holder for floppies kind of thing. That's kind of neat. Get that Batman #1 right there. Wow. These are my recos because this is literally a box that you wouldn't even know it was a comic book box. You know what I mean? It's just, it looks like a nice box that you can stick into a Flurgan IKEA thing, and just a box. And it's got a little Velcro on it. So you could have a couple of these, like, even in your bedroom or something. And you wouldn't be like, that's strange. Or they'll look nice in your closet. Those are my recos. These hard guys, I've got one right behind me over here. You can see it right there next to the movie's cup. Anyways, yeah, I've got one of these. I've got a few, to be honest. But I gotta say that something like moving really wears and tears on these things. So let's say I maybe moved in here with a total of 5 of these. I think I might be down to 2 or 3. There, obviously, some things get messed up in the movie. That's not the comic book box's fault to be just part of that statistic. But I did find that these are fine right out of the box, and you almost have to be kind of careful with them when you're moving them around. Like, you can't. It looks like you can definitely stack these on top of each other, which is cool. They have the little Lego part at the top there. But still, they're not as durable as you think they are. I guess that's the best way I can describe what I'm trying to say. They're great. They're kind of inauspicious, but they do kind of look like milk crates. There's another version of this, which is a different color, which is cool, but we have more darker colored things. Now we're getting some crazy stuff, but what I was doing also too was I was buying these BCW guys, and they're just they're too expensive. Just try to get I don't even know what the brand is. Let's take a look at the brand. See, I purchased it twice. 210 count of short boxes. And that seemed to be able to replace all of my long boxes that I was getting rid of. And then we had to stick in the recycling, which is so much cardboard. You don't even understand how much cardboard we went through. It's crazy. But that's about it. I guess I am going to talk about the contest. So, right when we moved in, as I said, I have to carefully move some of these things. I had a long box and I said, or a short comic box. And I said that I would give a prize to whoever guessed closest. I guess I would do Price is Right rules, or we'll see. I have the numbers, so it'll be easy to pick a winner either way. I posted a couple times that said, try to guess what's in this box. I'll do a count live on stream, and then pick a winner, and you'll win comic book prize of some kind. Maybe something, you tell me what you like, and I can send you something in that theme. So here we are. Oh, thing is pretty darn full. So those with the higher numbers probably are closer to. What's a good way to do this? Maybe I'll count by 10 and show you what I got. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is mostly Nick Spencer's Ant-Man run. That's 10. More Ant-Man. Avengers Arena, there's like Battle Royale, Squid Games, the comic book. That gives us 20. I think we're going to have to put this down. Long box for collection. The cover, that is. We're at 20. Avengers Arena up to this recent Black Widow book. 30. Speaking of Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale, more Cap, bringing us to 40. Brubaker Cap, get out of town. 50. Captain America Reborn. 60. More Cap brings us to 70. $80. Getting into some cool Batman here. Paul Dini and Dustin Nguyen. $90. Well, I tell you, we're not halfway through the box yet, and we're already at nearly 100 comic books. Daredevil. Hundo. $110. $120. Some cool Daredevil stuff here. $20. $30. Nightcrawler #1. $30. $40. $50. $60. Almost at the bottom here, guys. Okay. $70. $80. $90. $200. Jessica Jones. $201. $202. $203. $204. What a great last comic. Not Brand Eck. $205. If you guessed $205, I'm going to track these posts down. And I'm going to let you pick something from my collection. Comics, toys, books. I think that we had a fun time doing that. So, anywho, we are going to drop back my social handles here that you can see at the bottom. I'm on Facebook. I'm on TikTok, not really. I'm on Twitter, definitely. Sometimes. A lot. A lot. Come check me out at Claynferno everywhere. Thanks for tuning in for Hallowstream. Hope you had a good time. And if not, whatever. It's free. You get what you pay for. Peace out.